Bueno, vamos a continuar con parte 2. Okay, so the second part will not be very long whatsoever, but I'm going to review the course evaluation criteria. I do work on a percentage-based criteria, and that is divided by online text assignments, which will be 20%, student engagement, participation, and responsibility, which is 10%, online oral dialogues that you will do in partners is 20%, section quizzes, also 20%, and language and cultural contact presentations, 15%, and then you will have 2 oral exams at midterm and final, and they are also worth 15%. This course does use a plus-minus grading scale, and so you can see the scale there right below. Anything that is a 0.4 or above, I will round down. 0.5 and above will be rounded up to the next number, whole number. Okay, there is no extra credit in this course. Okay. So basically, if you do everything you are supposed to be doing, then you should have no problems in finishing the course successfully. Okay. Online text assignments are 20%, and there are many activities. Now, these activities are always due on Sundays by 11:59 p.m. No late work will be accepted. Okay. Student engagement, participation, responsibility is that, again, it's being respectful, being proactive, participating with your classmates. Twice during the semester, you're going to be doing these presentations, and you'll have to watch at least 2 of your classmates, and I will have certain questions for you to answer regarding their presentations. Okay. Just a reminder that also this is the emails that you need to email me twice during the semester. You can refer back to pages 4 and 5. Okay. Online oral dialogues for 5 out of the 7 weeks in the course. You'll be working with a classmate to prepare and present an oral dialogue. You'll be given the dialogue topic at the beginning of the week, and usually they will be due on Wednesdays and Sundays before 11:59 p.m. However, our first week is actually a shortened week, and therefore both will be due on that Sunday. And the first dialogues, because you will have extremely minimal knowledge and capability to say anything, are going to be very, very, very short. Okay. However, you can practice the dialogues, but you should not be reading them. You should not have a script written out, nor should they be memorized word for word. Okay. Dialogues are graded on fluency, vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, and content. And in the rubricas, in the rubric section, is where you'll find rubrics for that. Okay. And it's very easy to tell when somebody is reading or when something has been memorized. And we don't want that. We want it to appear as natural as possible under our circumstances. Section quizzes. Each week, there'll be different vocabulary and or grammar quizzes. Quizzes are going to serve as a quick review of the main points covered in the current or previous sections. And quizzes are due on Sundays by 11:59 p.m. Now, typically the vocabulary quizzes are predominantly located within Blackboard, and the grammar quizzes are located within my Spanish lab. And you will only have, aside from the syllabus quiz, 1 time to take the quiz. And they are all at different time limits based upon the type of quiz that it is. Now, the language, cultural, and contact presentations, you're going to be doing this twice during the semester. All right. Each week, you're going to be required to log 2 hours of contact you have with the language outside of your class time or homework time. Okay, this is giving you an opportunity to practice Spanish, to observe Hispanic cultural nuances outside of the course assignments. You can do this by having interaction with native speakers. You can watch Spanish television, listening to Spanish radio, reading online or print materials. But you want to make sure that you log for yourself the time you spent on each activity and a description of what you did. Okay? And then you'll be doing a language and contact presentation. So you're going to take that information you logged for yourself, and you will be creating a voiced over PowerPoint that you will be submitting into the discussion board forum. Okay. And you can use Google Hangouts on Air. You can use Screencast-O-Matic, which is what I'm currently using for this presentation of the syllabus. Okay. But you want to make sure that your presentations include, first of all, a summary of the activities used for contact hours. 2, new vocabulary learned, and more so kind of a review of some of the important vocabulary that you've learned. Cultural practices or nuances observed, and how do they compare and contrast with similar cultural practices or nuances in your own culture. It should be approximately 5 minutes long. It will be in English. Okay? Keep in mind that when you do a PowerPoint, the idea of a PowerPoint is not to write your entire presentation on the PowerPoint. The PowerPoint should be visually appealing, okay, with minimal words, but it will be your voice, you telling us, giving us more detailed information. Okay? Midterm and oral exams are 15%. These are going to be interviews that will be done at the middle and end of the semester. You will sign up with a time to meet virtually with me through Adobe Connect, and we will have a 4 to 5 minute conversation to determine your language competency. The topics are similar in format and content to the oral dialogues practiced throughout the year, as well as a review of some vocabulary. Okay, well, that ends the grading schema.